Friday morning, February 28, 1997. Coffee brews, radios hum, and Los Angeles eases into the day, until every local news station suddenly cuts to the same live feed. Helicopters are hovering over North Hollywood, their cameras locked on something that looks more like a war zone than a bank parking lot. Two men in head-to-toe body armor are spraying bullets at police cruisers, and nothing the cops fire back seems to matter. Viewers across the country ask the same question. How did a simple bank robbery turn into a battlefield in the middle of L.A.? The early 90s were a golden age, for bank robbers at least. In 1991 alone, the United States logged 9,388 bank heists. Nearly a quarter of them happened in greater Los Angeles. Money was fast, security was lax, and the odds of a serious sentence felt low. But as robberies multiplied, banks fought back with armed guards, exploding die packs, tracking devices, and staggered cash deliveries. Congress raised the minimum time behind bars for bank robbery to 25 years. That crackdown scared off the opportunists, but it also bred a new league of crooks. Better armed, better armored, and far more willing to use force if it meant walking away richer. Larry Phillips Jr. looked the part of a bodybuilder, but his real exercise was crime. His grandfather robbed trains. His father robbed graves. Larry tried legitimate work, real estate gigs, a few property flips, but the shortcut always tempted him. When he wasn't selling homes, he was running small-time scams or shoplifting designer suits to look successful. Across town, Emil Matasareanu, a Romanian immigrant with a congenital heart condition, fought a different battle. Bullied for weighing 350 pounds in high school, Emil turned that pain inward, until a self-imposed fitness quest led him to Gold's Gym in Pasadena. Legend says that's where he and Larry met. What they shared, aside from bench presses, was an obsession with firepower. By the early 90s, the pair were moonlighting as armed robbers. Convenience stores here, armored cars there, each job a bit riskier, all of them training reps for something bigger. Their 1993 arrest should have ended the story. A routine traffic stop uncovered rifles, handguns, 3,000 rounds of ammo, smoke bombs, body armor, and police scanners. Enough evidence for a conspiracy conviction and a hard ban on owning guns. Instead, the bust acted like gasoline. Within 2 years, they'd murdered a security guard during an armored truck hit and cleared hundreds of thousands in cash from 2 Bank of America branches. That success convinced them to chase the jackpot. The Bank of America on Laurel Canyon Boulevard, North Hollywood's largest vault, and an attractive target for one simple reason. On Fridays, it usually brimmed with fresh cash. Phillips and Matasareanu weren't improvisers. They stockpiled over 3,000 rounds and a small armory. 3 fully automatic Norinco Type 56 Chinese AK-47 variants with 100-round drum mags, a modified Bushmaster XM15 dissipator, an HK-91 battle rifle for long-range punch. Under their oversized clothing, Kevlar vests, steel trauma plates, and on Larry, DIY Kevlar wrapped around thighs, arms, and even the groin. They stitched watch faces into their gloves so they could track an 8-minute timeline from entry to exit. 9:16 a.m. They pop phenobarbital tablets to steady their nerves, step out of a white Chevy Celebrity, and stride toward the bank's glass doors. But just before they slip inside, Larry spots a patrol cruiser easing past. Too late to abort. Inside, a customer using the ATM becomes their first hostage. A burst into the ceiling freezes everyone. Emil hustles the assistant manager toward the vault, only to find individual lockboxes and far less cash than promised. Tick-tock. Outside, LAPD cruisers fan out. By the time the clock hits minute 3, the building is surrounded. Larry steps outside, levels his AK, and unleashes hell across Laurel Canyon. Patrol officers return fire, but their 9mm sidearms can't pierce his armor from 200 feet. Bullets ricochet off cars, storefronts, and nearby apartments. Within 4 minutes, 6 news choppers are circling overhead, broadcasting everything live. Emil joins the fray, just as the die packs in his duffel detonate, splattering red ink over what little cash they've nabbed. A grazing police round cuts a neat line above his eye, blood runs, Cameras zoom in, America watches, horrified and transfixed. What follows is chaos in slow motion. Larry trades weapons twice, finally grabbing an HK-91, but takes a round that shatters the mag well, jamming the rifle for good. Their getaway car picks up 2 flats. Emil drives it anyway, crawling forward, while Larry uses it as rolling cover. When Emil turns into a residential side street, the 2 men, unintentionally, split up. From that moment, each is on his own. Larry's last stand, pinned beside an abandoned truck, bleeding from a severed subclavian artery. His AK keeps misfeeding. He crawls under the trailer, emerges, fires his Beretta one-handed, then takes a final volley. Larry Phillips Jr. dies at 9:58 a.m. Emil's desperate flight. With police closing in, he hijacks a pickup, but can't find the keys. SWAT rams him. Bullets punch through sheet metal, and an officer finally spots a gap beneath the vehicles. Legs unarmored. 3 precise shots shatter Emil's calves. He fights from the asphalt until another round ruins his arm. He surrenders, but bleeds out before medics are allowed to approach, fearful of a third shooter or hidden explosives. Time of death, 10:04 a.m. In 44 terrifying minutes, more than 2,000 rounds are exchanged. 12 officers and 8 civilians are injured. Yet, almost miraculously, only the 2 gunmen die. The nation rewinds the footage again and again, stunned that standard-issue 9mm sidearms left police virtually helpless. Within months, departments across the U.S. rush order AR-15s, better body armor, ceramic plates, and, in rare cases, armor-piercing rounds. The North Hollywood shootout doesn't single-handedly militarize American policing, but it slams the accelerator.
Today, patrol cars in Los Angeles carry rifles that can punch through engine blocks, and officers wear plates once reserved for SWAT. Whether that evolution makes communities safer is still debated. But one truth sticks. February 28, 1997, changed U.S. policing forever. If this deep dive kept you on the edge of your seat, smash that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss our next real-life crime breakdown. Stay safe, stay curious, and we'll see you in the next video.